Group B, right? So Blacklist need to come with the punches in this game number 2.
We're looking at a different approach coming in from the side of Pause. They know Chammy cannot scale towards the late game. It will be a much of a big issue. So Qingling forcing out Chammy's flash so on early at 30 seconds of the game.
Very early on in the 30 seconds of the game, which is going to be obviously troublesome for the side of Blacklist. No kind of like escape. We could potentially see a gank up into the top side of the map to try and make some kind of headway with that.
And the board goes right over to the side of Chammy 1, securing with the spell 1. So easy setup coming in from the side of Blacklist International. So right now, a different approach coming in from the side of Pause. They do not want to play towards Feng Jie. They want to cover Snow on this fatigue, making sure that he gets a smooth early game, making sure that he secures all these neutral objectives on the side of the River Sprite.
I mean, he's going to need to, right? I mean, definitely the playmaking potential here for Snow onto the party is going to be something that those at home are going to be watching and potentially even be like, hey, I fancy my hand at this pick. It seems great. It seems like it fits my playstyle. So definitely look into the game to pick a party here. But we're already getting very aggressive fight here into the T1 territory of the side of Pause Gaming. They're not going to be able to take it down because obviously, as we see, the turret has extra shielding in the early game and it has been activated here. Myosotis given time to come down to the bot side of the map.
This is what we're talking about when we talk about Agudo. You want to play these strong laning. You want to bring the Direnjie and the Agudo synergy to take down these turrets. And what are they doing? Blacklist is just making sure that Feng Jie, you're picking this late game marksman. We are not letting you farm towards late game. We want to break your tower, your safe zone, making sure that you rotate with us.
Yes, exactly that. They've got to try and do something here. I mean, this is the beauty of the Agudo, like you were saying there, Sagi, is that she's able to take these turrets very quickly. And right now, looking to try and get the takedown onto Chammy 1 is Snow, but she's able to get out alive, able to get that health pool from the bottom of that T1 there. But a bit of a rotation here from Xiaoyang, looking to try and set up that early advantage for the side of the Clash lane.
But I gotta say, Snow in this lane is doing a heck of a good job thanks to Qingling, providing so much space and time to farm towards the level 4. And right now though, a 2v2 coming to the bot side and Chaz is slowly chunked up, but he has the Unbridled Outburst ready to go.
Yeah, he kind of took that beat in at the right time, right? Like he was borderline level 4, he now has the Unbridled Outburst, so he could just basically get whittled down to very little health and then just go boom, go beast mode and get a lot of that health bar back and shield.
Exactly, and looking at the gold chart real quick, there's not a lot of big leads going on for the side of both teams. Just some small advantage coming in for the side of Blacklist International. A healthy 400 gold lead scaling towards the Tyrant. That's going to be spawned in just a moment.
Spawn in just a moment, and then right now the Unbridled Outburst has been committed, so we are going to be seeing a dive into the backside of the T1 here. Feng Jie and Qingling is enough to drive it away. They've expanded quite a lot to get nothing out of this. Second Unruly Blade coming through, forces the flash from Golden Kite to get to safety. I feel like that's a bit of a mistake from Blacklist.
I think Blacklist does want to chain the CC onto Feng Jie using the Just G's ultimate on the Agudo, utilizing Chaz Unbridled Outburst, but yet again, they didn't chain it immediately. They failed the kill. But yet again, the most important thing is you do not have the Unbridled Outburst for the Tyrant. That's going to be spawned in 10 seconds right now, Blam. That's detrimental.
Very detrimental for the side of Blacklist International. So they've got to try and find another way to potentially steal this away from Pause Gaming, because it's looking like a done deal here for Pause Gaming at this Tyrant, right? They're looking to run it down. Chaz is here, Dragon, but nowhere. Just G is rolling through with the Gorge Mobilization. It does go over to the side of Pause Gaming. Feng Jie gets the last hit onto the Tyrant.
Well, Tyrant going over to the PWSG right now, and they are looking healthy right now at the 4th minute mark. Goldie is equally tied, but Hino gets caught at the mid lane.
First blood coming from the side of Blacklist International. Snow's got to make sure he does not melt here into the mid lane. We see that he's ultimate trying to keep that T1 alive. We do see Furball having to retreat back to Agudo.
And this is what we're talking about. My Shiranui. High burst, high setup, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yes, Hino can do Fates Rewind, can heal back the HP, but if you can't press the button, that's gonna be useless.
It is gonna be useless if you can't press it, but there it is. The Unbridled Outburst catching onto one. And Just Chi with Golden Kite comes through, picking up the second kill here for the side of Blacklist International. Are they gonna go for the third here? Qingling looking pretty low, but we are trying to create some pressure here into the mid lane.
This Blacklist International, they are warmed up and they are ready to brawl right now. With that catch onto Feng Jie, they got the bot tower with no issue right now. And we talked about, if you drop the Agudo, if you drop the Direnjie, you want to make sure you are getting these towers early. Because you scale off, but yet again, you are doing such a good job as Blacklist International. You are getting the bot tower. You're making sure that Feng Jie doesn't have space to farm.
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of it, right? Like, making sure they're learning from the mistakes of game number 1, right? Making sure they don't have space to farm into that bot side of the map, because we've seen it already been proven that Pause Gaming, given the room to breathe, they will suffocate you.
Yes, they will suffocate you indeed, but right now, 2,000 gold lead healthy going to the hands for the side of the Code Breakers. Blacklist International. Right now, swapping Golden Kai on the D-Range towards the bot side. They want to rinse and repeat and get this Clash Chain Tower.
They're trying to go for the, obviously, focus into the side lanes here. Obviously, a little bit of an MO for the love letter that Pause Gaming served to them in game number 1. But right now, I think if you're able to get it into the top side of the map, Xiaoyang is trying to do everything to stop that takedown. And there we are. We see Chaz using the Unbridled Outburst off screen there. But there is 3 men on the side of Blacklist International committed to that top side of the map.
Well, forcing Xiaoyang's Fate Rewind, so definitely Xiaoyang not having the Fate Rewind is gonna be a pain because he cannot be escaping from the situation. But hold on, Snow might be caught out.
Oh, Snow going against 2v1 against here with the Maishironoi and the Charlotte. It's gonna be Chami picking up another kill here for the side of Blacklist International.
Beautiful reactive flash coming in from Dragon to catch out Snows after his flash immediately. Spell 1 flash catching Snow off guard. Beautiful stuff coming in from the Maishironoi.
Yeah, definitely the pressure that the side of Blacklist needed, right? This is the pressure that we wanted to see in game number 1. But they have learned, they have brought the pain into the bot side of the map and bring in some more here over to Myosotis. He's had to retreat with the Unruly Blade. Right now, Fengje looking to solo the Overlord.
Overlord being going to the hands of PWSG, a consolation prize. But right now, Blacklist International, they have activated, and looking at the gold charts real quick, is looking healthy for the side of Blacklist International.
Looking healthy for the side of Blacklist International, but the side of Pause are looking very sort of like neutralized in where they are within that gold bracket, right? Around about the 4K mark for all sides of Pause Gaming. They're not written out just yet, but Chami is having a heck of a game.
Exactly. That's what we mentioned. You gotta give space to Chami, making sure that he scales toward the mid-late stages of the game. He will be such a side lane monster, and he will be able to look for the flank. But hold on a minute, though, as they are going for the fight.
Yes, big obviously Wind Slash being committed there, trying to get the knock, but the Chaz wasn't enough to obviously take down the Beast. I mean, Wind Slash onto a Zhang Fei, is that really the target you want to go for?
But yet again, nothing is going too crazy at this point. 3 kills solid for South Blacklist International. 2,000 gold lead healthy. Look at the gold chart right here. It is dominated by the Code Breakers for the top 4 spot. But yet again, we have to remember, PWSG, they drafted the Mengya. You gotta bank on this Mengya stake game. So it's definitely down to Dragon finding these backline engages with Chami onto Fengje, or Fengje being to survive in these fights.
Yeah, exactly. They've got to make sure they're protecting Fengje within these team fights and making sure he's able to get to that late game potential, right? We've seen the barrage come through here with the missiles, but still they are trying to get this T1 into the mid lane as well. Blacklist are not pulling any punches.
Not pulling any punches, and it's extremely difficult to get this mid tower with the presence of a Hano. As we know, these spears, the javelins coming in from Hano is just so much wave clear. And looking at a team that's losing in gold, they're so good in securing these objectives. They got the Overlord, and now they secured the Tyrant.
They secured the Tyrant, but I mean, it was all thanks to obviously the Vanguard, right? We saw the Vanguard rolling through down to the farm lane. Blacklist thought, you know what, guys, we can let that T1 go, but to the detriment, they also get the knock-on effect of getting that Tyrant as well, which is going to be increased damage for Pause Gaming, which could mean these next team fights for Blacklist could look a bit shaky.
Exactly, and I want to comment Pause. Even though they had a shaky early game, they were caught out multiple times from Dragon's successive engages. Through their map rotations, they are slowly creeping back to the gold graph, and they are making a situation where the 10-minute mark will be a 50-50 fight for these two teams.
Very 50-50. I mean, this is definitely not looking like it's going to be an 11-minute match for the side of Pause Gaming this time around, right? They don't have a single kill on the board. They're still behind by around about 2k gold, so they need to make leeway in those two vectors.
Exactly, and we're slowly creeping towards the 10-minute mark. 24 seconds for the Tyrant that's going to be spawned onto the man. As we mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, Shadow variants are extremely strong that can secure you a lead in getting more gold, more team fights in the Gorge.
That's exactly what Pause Gaming need to do right here. The Umbrella Labels has been committed. There's going to be the 2-dive onto Xiaoyang into the mid lane. Crucial initiation. We get the takedown of the T1 in the mid. Blacklist was waiting for that prime moment. They could go for the neutral objectives with ease.
Beautiful Unbridled Outburst coming in from none other than Chaz on the Zhang Fei, securing the crucial engage on the crucial 10-minute mark that they need. Right now, securing the Shadow Tyrant, they are looking to contest them in the Shadow Overlord, making sure that they are not able to reclaim this.
Yeah, they got to be careful here, but obviously we are seeing a same effort from the side of Pause Gaming. We see Feng Jet looking to create that backdoor once again, but over to the clash lane. So is this their MO in the entire of KWC? They're just looking to make sure they can create space for themselves.
Feng Jia's doing a heck of a good job. He's looking for these farms. He knows he has to be this late game carry, but yet again, as we mentioned, Mengya doesn't have mobility. If you get caught up by Maestro Nui, if you get caught up by Chami, or the Unbridled Opus coming in from the Zhang Fei, you're gonna be in a big trouble. So definitely, we have to see how Feng Jie pilots this Mengya in the team fight.
Exactly. I mean, you can kind of see here, they kind of stuck together like glue here. Feng Jie and Qinglin. It's just that wave breaker keeping away. The Maestro Nui, Chami does fall down on cam as well. Could this be the comeback? We see Golden Kite traded. Snow there into the bot side of the map. We see Dragon get taken down as well here for Blacklist International. So currently, Milesote is soaking up so much damage here. The engage onto the dude is just not enough. They don't have it in them. Blacklist are struggling here, but it is going to be the damage from the D-Ren Jet that's going to be able to close out Milesote's rage.
That was true Tyrant buff, and Pause came out on top. Snow single-handedly 1v2 Chami and Dragon coming on top. Before he fell, Dragon was already so low thanks to Snow.
Very low, very low. Snow, obviously, he took the L there, but it was for the team. But Just Chi is just trying to keep high. He's trying to keep a little bit of intel here onto the side of Pause Gaming whilst they try and go for the Shadow Overlord. Have they got it in them? Is it going to reset? It doesn't reset long enough. Are they going to be able to take it?
Feng Jie secures the steal, and although he falls, he takes down two with it. What a play coming in from Feng Jie in this crucial time.
Yeah, 2-1 trade for Pause as well as the Overlord. This guy knows how to steal. I mean, it's a good job he's not a criminal because he'd be good.
Criminally good, but also Golden Kite sneaking a recall, making sure that he's safe from Xiao Yang's chase. But definitely, through such a good early game, Pause is slowly creeping back and catching up to Blacklist International, and they will get outscaled eventually here, Blam.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? I mean, we were saying it in the early game. Obviously, they create the space into the top side of the map. They are able to take these team fights later on, thanks to obviously just allowing the room to breathe. And obviously, Feng Jie and as well, Xiao Yang obviously being almost into that 4th place within the gold bracket here as well now. But overall, it's looking shaky for Blacklist. They needed to run this one out early.
Exactly, needed to win this out early, but yet again, Fatih on Snow was such a good performance here. Time and time again, when you need someone to stand up the most, he was there to really make it happen. Gotta give props to this man, but right now, Shadow Vanguard, the Overlord, has been spawned at the mid lane. They want to push. They want to secure more lead for PWSG.
Yeah, exactly. They were trying to pay back the dividends that they've already faced into the mid lane for themselves. PWSG here, looking to try and take it now, but we have the Unbridled Outburst. The Fate Rewind has been committed already, so nobody's going down just yet. Milesotis looked pretty low, but same with Dragon into the back line. Chami's had to go into the back line to try and protect him as well. Means that the T1 into the mid lane has been taken down.
T1 taken down, waves are on fire for the side of the Code Breakers, and right now, PWSG securing the Shadow Tyrant for themselves. They are looking even stronger right now, progressing another push towards the bot side.
Another push. This is exactly. I'm pretty sure this is going to be their MO for the rest of the tournament, right? They look to create the space into these side lanes and keep the enemy team just thinking, hey, we've won another team fight. We've won another team fight. But then all of a sudden, it's just like, hey, you've got no turrets, buddy.
You got no turrets, buddy. And right now, Feng Jie claiming another tower towards the bot side. Right now, mid and bot strong. They're looking to knock on this tier 3 right now.
Knocking on the T3 is the side of Pause Gaming right now. They take it down, and it's looking like we've just copied and pasted the first game. But it's going to be Blacklist International looking to defend this one with a little bit more honor, right? Because they know what's at stake.
It's still a 50-50 game. You can never count out the PKL number 2 representatives out. They have the tools. They have what it takes to make a comeback at this moment. You have Dragon on the Maestro. You have Chaz. So much engaged potential. They just need to find the crucial moment on Feng Jie to really claim this game and push it to a best of 3 full.
Yeah, I mean, they know that, right, though, but on the side of Pause Gaming, we see that Vungja on the Munga is nowhere near the team fight, right? Like, he's always kind of, like, circulating around. He's just kind of trying to make sure that Blacklist are trying to find him, but he doesn't want to be found.
That's what I'm saying. He's such a top-tier farmling in today's tournament.
Yep.
So far, even though he's gotten so much pressure coming in from Blacklist early game, he has caught up and he is leading the pack in terms of gold.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to go to Kin's point earlier. Here he's on about KDA meaning everything. Look at this. Vungja is on 0-2-4, but he's been just controlling the entire of this game in terms of getting the takedowns of these turrets.
Exactly. This thanks towards the side of PWSG, the other remaining members, being able to absorb this pressure. But talking about absorb pressure, the overload has been started off for the side of Blacklist International.
Yeah, I mean, this is where Blacklist could resolve it right, but the Unbridled Labors has been committed once again by the side of Chaz, and we are going to take that onto Chami, one of the big playmakers of Blacklist International. This could be the last team fight between these two teams. Double kill for Snow. We get a kill on the board for Vungja as well. And Colvin Kite running with his tail between his legs as they push their Crystal with the Winions. And it is going to be a 2-1 victory here for Pause Gaming.
2-0 clean coming from the side of PWSG. That fight had no Vungja. It was just Snow. It was just the jungle, just making sure that it was happening. They were dictating the team fight so well. The high note with the spears, the javelins.